welcome to Quarantine Bar. So I started doing videos for Culinary Club, posting a few recipes, and those recipes are for everyone, children 5 to 95, but I am broadening for my adult audience, and I am now going to be doing Kelly's Kitchen and Cocktails. So we are starting with whiskey sours for this first video. I have graphic tees and tanks for all these videos, so I got my whiskey girl on today. Normally if I have whiskey in the house, it's Bushmills Black Label, and I'm probably using it more for recipes and baking. If you have not tried my Irish coffee ice cream, let me know. It is delicious. It is homemade coffee ice cream with whiskey in it. However, after St. Patrick's Day, we do not have any more Irish whiskey left in the house from last month, but bourbon or rye whiskey is what is recommended for a whiskey sour. So I really do enjoy whiskey sours, and I'm making these today because I am going to make a classic whiskey sour, but I also saw a twist on a whiskey sour that I thought was interesting and I wanted to try. So we are going to be making that one as well today. I don't have a lot of room back here, so I tried to set up most of my ingredients beforehand. So let's get started. I am going to be doubling the recipe because I am going to make two, so we can do the traditional and our little variation. I am going to measure today, even though normally I just do by eye. And I've never made this recipe before because I wanted to make sure I use the one with the variation. So we'll see. So I'm using Maker's Mark bourbon, but you can use rye whiskey as well. All right. So I have that. Then I have lemon juice and simple syrup. Because we are in quarantine, I didn't have fresh lemons and I had to make my own simple syrup. So I am just using lemon juice that I had in the fridge and simple syrup that was equal parts sugar and water on the stovetop until the sugar dissolved, and then it cooled and I put it in this little easy pour. Okay. I want to sweeten my whiskey sour, so I'm going to add a little, or finish the rest of that simple syrup. Now this is optional, but I said I want to make a classic, so it is 2 egg whites. All right, so I'm going to shake this up. All right, let me give it another little. Okay. Oop. Well, that's going to happen. That egg white didn't shake up too well. Hopefully it's being, all right. So we might be making this, redoing this video depending on how that comes out because the egg white was a little, all right. It looks like a whiskey sour. So let's see, before I do the variation, it tastes like a whiskey sour. It's good. All right. So I'm going to add a little ice to that one. And I'm going to set that one aside because that one tastes good and I will drink that one. Now for our variation. So apparently they call this a New York sour. But you take a whiskey sour, classic, already made, and you do a layer of red wine on top. Now, I have been practicing my layering techniques. We did a few layered shots around St. Patrick's Day and I did pretty darn good. But I'm pouring this into, actually I'm going to put it in here. I'm pouring it into something smaller to pour from to make it a little easier. So pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my spoon, right? And I am going to put the spoon at the edge of my drink, and I'm slowly going to pour my red wine on top. All right, and it worked. So you could probably put a little more red wine. The recipe didn't say what kind of red wine, it just said red wine. Pinot Noir isn't my first choice of red wine, but it is what was open in the house. So if you really like red wine, or you already know you really like this drink, again, I'm not sure how this is gonna come out, so I'm sticking to the safe side. But Sláinte.